Welcome to Pretty Girl Gang Podcast, where pretty is a mindset and the gang is forever. I am your host, Nikki.
I am Sharon.
And I'm Crystal.
And
welcome to the Pretty Girl Gang Podcast.
Hey, ladies, what's going on?
What's going on? How's it going?
It's going. I'm out of breath, but we here. We made it. So, grace of God. Thank God for that. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys didn't already think that already, but they're here so we could discuss everything. I mean, ever since we hooked up and we had that episode, we literally was like, you know what, this is a thing and we should keep it going. So I think this will be a great thing for all three of us.
Yes.
I think because we all have strong minds and strong opinions. So I think we can, do this thing together and build this brand as far as it needs to go.
Absolutely.
Right, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, so how was you guys late? Well, how was your day today, should I ask?
Yeah, I mean, so far so good, very productive, just getting things in order. I'm trying to hit a hard reset. I'm preparing for my birthday on Tuesday, so it's going to be lit.
Cancer season.
Pretty girl birthday party.
Yes, I'm getting ready for that. And so, yeah, that's it. How about you, Nick?
How about you, Chris?
My day was pretty good. It was just momming, working, busy,
What we always do, right?
Pretty Girl Gang style. Y'all already know.
So today we want to talk about this video that I sent to the girls, but we're just gonna bring that up first, since Sharon didn't see it too much.
I ain't see it too much,
but she gonna get it as we start talking about it. So the man on the video was like, I think he paid for his stepdaughter's graduation, right, Crystal?
Yeah.
And he paid for the prom. He paid for basically everything.
He basically took care of her whole life.
And then what happened, Chris?
And then after he did that, he went to her house to discuss, because she had her own apartment, her graduation, and she wanted to tell him, like, my biological father has stepped back in, and he no longer wants you around, so I don't want you to come to my college graduation. Yeah. And so he called the mother, and he was like, do you know that she has this going on? She was like, yeah. The mother like, I don't even see the problem. And I think it was a spiteful way for the mother to get back at him, because they weren't together anymore.
Oh, they weren't together?
No.
I thought they were together in the video.
No, they're not together anymore.
Wow.
That's what actually happened. So, and I think she used it as an opportunity to make him feel bad. And this man has helped you raise this child her whole life. I don't think that was right. What y'all think?
No, I think that's the worst thing you can do. If you have this one man that's been in this child life all these years, and then the father that never did anything decide to say, oh, I'm going to be a father today when she turns 18. Let me just go. Now I don't want the other man that was in her life to be in the life, because I want to be her. No.
Right.
And that heifer, that mother, she need her ass whooped, because there's no way in hell you should be okay with that.
Nah, she shouldn't have did that. But that's how I think she was being spiteful. Yeah, that's to make him feel. She know that if there's any way that she could have gotten back at him, it's to make him feel low. The worst way that you can make a man feel low that took your kids that wasn't his is to tell them that they're not his, and that the other father.
But
the
just
father that
last
doing
episode, we was talking about the stand-up dads, and he is exactly
a stand-up dad.
And so that's the thanks he get for putting in them years and all of that. The least he could do is see his product, the fruit of his labor.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of guys, they don't want to.
They don't want to, because why would they? And I understand it, though. So why would I go be a father to your child dad, and as soon as their dad come in, you kick me out, or decide you might have feelings for the dad again, and you might want to say, oh, I want my family to work. It wasn't a family 15 years ago.
It wasn't.
Why do you think it's going to be a family now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really what he said. And I think he was like, I'm taking all my stuff back.
He said he wasn't paying the rent no more.
Yeah, he wasn't paying the rent. He was paying the rent for the apartment the girl lived in.
Oh, come on.
And the mother was like,
not how you
that's
do that.
not right.
Yeah.
What?
How are you going to say that's not right? But what she did was right.
But exactly.
That's terrible.
I hate women like that. And they wonder why.
She said that's not right, because he set a boundary.
Yep, he said, I'm not
paying that rent no more.
Nothing.
As he should.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Well,
So
that's crazy.
So you guys, let us know what you think about that in the comments or whatever, because I think that's really screwed up. So I think that, we should literally elaborate on that and just see what people think about that.
Yeah.
So the next question is, are women becoming too independent for modern relationships? What you guys think?
I don't think that they're becoming too independent. I think that there's an awakening happening. And the awakening is the fact that they are regaining their power, because as most people know, back in the day, in the 60s and the 70s, women didn't really have rights.
Yeah.
So they were with men because the men were the provider and they were supposed to be taking care of them. But what happened over the years is we watched our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, what the men don't like to admit, be more prone to violence in the home because they had no option. They, even if they tried to leave, the mother would send them back home. So now you have a whole now variety of women who understand that they can walk in their power. They don't need a man to actually take care of them financially, so they have more of the freedom. But I think that's what's happening. It's just an awakening, and women are not accepting crap a lot anymore. So that's what it is.
What do you think, Chris?
I'd say yes and no. The yes part is because we are, and we're kind of now being the breadwinners. Men are wanting to be chased. The majority of men, not all men, please don't eat me up in these comments.
They definitely will.
They coming.
They coming. But they want to be users. They want to, have women look after them. And so, as women, we do have to be independent. We're forced to, even as single mothers, they got to be out there grinding because the dads are not doing what they need to do. Not all dads, but, so we are forced to either fold or step up and step out. And once you become independent, you get a taste of that. You're like, listen, I'm doing me. I'm taking care of me. I'm filling my cup up, and you either join the ride and contribute reciprocation, or you don't. And if you don't, I'm gonna wear this independent hat. So I think, yes, that is what's going on right now. And then, I don't feel like it's a problem with that. If somebody not meeting you halfway, don't sit around and let somebody use you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
At all. You be independent, you go to school, you take care of yourself, you pour into yourself.
Yeah.
And you make sure that you giving yourself what you need, because especially if the man ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But don't let them stick around and use you, ladies. I mean, at the end of the day, independence is a great thing.
I agree. I guess because I'm like old fashioned. I don't know. I agree, and I don't agree. Like, I agree for us to have our independence, but I feel like we have it so much that the men literally turn into women. I think we enable them so much that we so I can do it myself, and I don't need you. But we don't let them do it. We'll just say, you know what, I don't have time for this, because I'm one of that does that. So I know, like, I don't have time to wait for you. I'll just do it. But not realizing we're taking power away from the man when we do so. Yeah. So now they feel like, I don't have to do it. Why should I do it? So now we have a string of men that feel like they don't have to give their 110%, because guess what? That woman gonna give 80 and she's good. And I think that's what bothers me the most about it. Like, I feel like not all the men, but a lot of men have switched roles with women.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you feel like certain men date down because we so independent? Like, they want to feel needed, like, and so they date down sometimes.
Yeah, because men like to feel, regardless of what's going on in their life, they can have nothing. They still want to feel like a man.
Needed.
I always feel like a man should always feel like, my grandmother always taught me that, a man should always feel like a man, regardless of the circumstances. No, don't stick around if he's whipping your ass and he's using you and he's doing things like that. No, do not stay. But you have to let a man be a man. And then you can't get mad at him if you're not allowing him to be a man.
That, and I feel like what has happened was, like you said, there was a lot of single mothers in the household. So when you see a woman do everything and you are a man, a lot of times, calm down, y'all, because y'all be going ham in these comments. A lot of times, not all the time, not all men, what happens is that is what they identify with. And because they identify with that and they see like, oh, well, my mother did it all, you could do it all too. Yep. Some of them will sit back and allow you to do it all. And they don't care that you're suffering. They don't care about the weight that you are basically holding. So I think there's a lot, like, women were forced to be independent, whether it was because the man died or went away or went to the army and they had to raise the kids because, they're not there. Or because, the man, he left. Because let's be clear, men leave. I've seen plenty of men divorce their wife and get with a younger woman, or just get with a woman, or be happy doing what they want to do too. So, and they left them with no choice but to raise the kids. And then if you have a son that sees that, they identify with that.
That is true. And then they leave. That's my thing, because they'll leave for a younger woman or for something easier. Not realizing in time it's going to literally be the same thing. You just left. You just left for this moment. Like, now you're having fun. It's a couple of months. You're having fun. You're having a ball. Y'all going out.
Honeymoon phase.
Y'all doing it up. And then a year or two, it becomes what you just left.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I gotta leave her. I gotta leave her. And I gotta go to another one. Instead of trying to find that feeling of being, I guess, single or happy or whatever, fun. That fun feeling.
That's fun.
Absolutely.
Which is super weird to me. But again, that is day and age. But I agree with the independence. I just don't agree with taking away from the man.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and one thing I despise being in my masculine energy. And I had to work on it because I had to work so hard and do stuff by myself sometimes. And I don't like being in my masculine energy. And I try to get that soft life, and try to get myself back to a space where I am allowed to be taken care of, spoil you, cater to, all of the things, because it is difficult. Like you said, we allow it. And then it's like we enable. So, yeah.
It's like the gender roles are being mixed up.
Switched.
Like, no one knows, like, okay, are you a male or a female? What's going on? Like, and I hate to say that again. They're gonna be in the comments like crazy, but you guys will be okay, because if you're in the comments saying something, you the bitch. So it's like, dude, let me be soft.
Yeah,
let me
please
not do any extra shit. Let me do that, because I'm a woman. You want me to treat you like a man? Treat me like a woman.
That's the thing right there. It's like, I feel like even the most strong, independent woman wants to be a baby at the end of the day. Like, even if you make all of decisions during the day, when you come home, you don't want to make decisions. I don't care what nobody says. And I'm a person that I watch my mom. She was a strong, independent woman her whole life. She is married. She is a baby. She can't do anything without her man. I got to ask my man. I got to ask. And it's because he allows her that space to be gentle and to be a woman. So as opposed to men saying, oh, women just want to be independent and this. No, it's a collective.
Yeah.
It's y'all doing y'all part and us doing our part that allow everyone to operate in their what they really want. And then some women want to be dominant in a relationship. So you get with a man that allows you to be that way. I think it's also, what works for you too. So
that's true. Yeah, because I wanna wake up and just shut my brain off. Why? When my husband around, I want to just be like, what? Is the sky what? Hey, what color is the sky? Like, I don't want to know anything. Like, I want to just be a 2-year-old kid. Pick me up, scoop me, carry me if you have to. I just don't want to use my brain. I've been using it all day. I don't want to use it when I'm home.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think a lot of women want that as well.
Of course we do. I don't know why they think we don't.
I don't know why either. They're like, no, you don't want that. My daughter told me that. She was like, Ma, I can't even see you being that way. I said, girl.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
Right.
Like,
like I can.
With a week of please give me the opportunity. I am going to be the softest girl in America. I'm
ever.
Like, ice cream, I might melt.
Yeah.
Are women expected to carry too much emotionally?
I think that when it comes to emotions, it depends. Like, or you mean like the emotional responsibility of the relationship?
Relationship and basically their household. Like, because again, we are. Like, if you think about it, when I wake up in the morning, I know me personally. When I wake up in the morning, I think about what my husband needs, what my kid needs, what my son that don't live in the house, what he needs. Is he okay? Is the cat okay? Is it garbage night? Did he get up and take the garbage out? I am thinking of everything, or what I'm going to cook. If I gotta take, my brain is constantly going. So
absolutely.
And then we try to make sure that everybody in the house is okay. So if my daughter wakes up with an attitude because it's Tuesday, who knows? You know how these kids is.
Right.
It's Tuesday, so she got an attitude.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you worried about the well-being of your partner. You're like, is your mindset okay to go to work? Or do you need a hug? You just constantly want to make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of draining, because it's like, you're making sure everybody is okay.
Yeah.
But is everyone making sure
you're okay?
We okay?
That's a really, and that'd be a lot of what women experience. If you think about from the time that, let's just talk about from a parental standpoint. From the moment that the baby is conceived, the woman is immediately a parent.
Yep.
She's immediately a mother. She cannot, like, everything she has to do now stops and revolves around that child,
that is
right?
True. Yep.
So that's just our natural instinct. That's a nature versus a nature versus nurture thing. So it's kind of literally embedded in us. And I think that it is because it's embedded in us, naturally we do carry the weight of the world in the household, as well as now at work with our children, thinking about what everybody needs. But that's why it's important to have a conscious partner that understands the weight that you carry, and vice versa, so that it doesn't feel like you're carrying a load by yourself.
That is true,
Because to manage a household alone, and it's two people in there,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot. And that's why women become frustrated. They become angry. They resentful. They're mad.
Exactly.
So it definitely, we carry most of the load. Plus the kids, they mommy. Your father is right there.
Yep, right there.
Dad
And
is
I've
right
learned.
there, sis.
They're like, yeah, but
Yeah,
no, I don't
no.
know.
Yep, and I've
Please go to
learned.
your dad. It's okay.
Exactly.
No.
Over time, with that whole thing, because we are naturally nurturers and caretakers, we clean, laundry, cook, all of the things, to start delegating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, listen, I cannot do it all, because at the end of the day, your mental health matters.
That's true.
Your emotional health matters, and then what are your goals? And I think sometimes as women, we do get so caught up in the day-to-day. We are drained, we are exhausted.
Yeah.
And now it's like, wait, what about me? Well, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to sit in this? Absolutely not. So I started to delegate. I started to set goals for myself and say what it is that I want for me, and starting to execute and like, hey, this is the expectation. I think boundaries is a really big thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, listen, or setting the expectations in the home, like, of my daughter, you 14, listen, you have to wash the dishes today. I cannot do it. Like, I cannot do this alone.
do it,
I need help. And there's times I'm crying out like, yo, today is just not that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
know,
I mean,
so-
I believe in that. It took a while for my daughter to do that. She was in denial. She was like, what? I didn't eat that.
Exactly.
I don't even
I just
understand
need
how
help.
they
I'll be eating
got
for 2 days if you don't wash these dishes.
I'm
How about
telling
that?
you, we had weeks.
What?
Crystal, you have the kitchen. Shauna, you have the
Yeah,
bathroom
it
and the
was
living
like
room
no-
for 7 days.
Yo,
There's no,
The fact that they have
why I
options
have to
is
do
crazy.
it's crazy.
What?
My daughter, like, you have to force her to help around.
Yeah.
And I'm all for delegating.
that? Yeah, which you
I
want
need
that.
it.
All right, well. So do you guys think social media is ruining relationships?
Absolutely. You got all these relationship gurus. Y'all got to cut it out. Like, and I get it. You have your opinion and everything, but stop it.
Yeah.
And then, like, you got the book after you done gave the whole situation.
That's
It's like
true.
these relationship gurus have become experts. And then, like, you have women and men who are really listening to this.
And that is
Yeah.
true. And their relationships be down the drain.
And the kicker is everyone's relationship is different.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. No two relationships are the same. So you taking advice, you could take it and see what settles with you. But don't just go over every word that a relationship guru is saying. And that on social media, we are flooded with opinions.
Yeah.
And so you just need to be mindful. So yes, absolutely contributing to that. And then now, one thing I don't like, you can see when your man like a girl picture, you can see, all of the
Instagram
motion.
ain't about nothing.
It's throwing it in my face
terrible.
like, oh, word. So now we got to have a conversation when you come home from work, because what are
Yeah.
you doing? So, and it's about that respect level on there now, and having a conversation about that, conversations we never used to have
Yeah.
prior to social media. And so, yes, I would have to agree that, yes, it's a blessing and a curse.
What do you think, Chris?
I think that comparison is the thief of joy. And I think that before social media, we didn't know what nobody was doing. We didn't know they got 5 dozens of flowers because it's Wednesday. And now you looking at your man who done gave you 1 rose and you judging him.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, I feel like when you know your relationship and when you have to have an understanding of what your relationship is, you have to have an understanding of what is real and what's fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of times these gurus, they're panderers, and not only that, they rage bait you to make you upset, to make you enraged, and they're showing so much negativity in regards to men and women that is also manufactured.
Yeah.
And I
Yes,
think
that's
that
true.
people have to understand that a lot of these things, especially in the Black community, is manufactured to make you believe that we have more division than we actually have loving and healthy relationships. So when you see people being appreciated every single day, all day long, and you come home, and even if y'all good, right? You just feel like you deserve
more.
it. You want more. And it's
Yeah.
okay to want more, but make sure that want more comes from inside.
That's right.
And not
Yeah.
externally, not
Right.
what you see everybody doing. So
Yeah.
if you're not strong enough in your relationship, yes, it can actually play a role in it.
I agree. Sometimes I think it doesn't. I guess because I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care if somebody on Instagram with 5 Chanel bags and a G wagon and a brand new. I don't care. Like
They be
I don't
lying.
know
Yep.
what
They
you know
highlight.
what's going on inside that house.
Yeah.
Once she put those bags down and put the car keys on the counter and put the house keys on the counter, he probably beat the shit out of her.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's just the truth.
You just
of
don't
it.
know.
But they'll put that one moment on Instagram and then be like, "Oh my God, you see? Oh, I love." No, even like if people see picture of me and my husband, they'll be like, relationship goal. I'm like, nope. We are not relationship goals. We are just trying to reach goals in our relationship.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
With us.
I love that.
I say that all
that.
the time because you don't know what goes on in my household. You don't know what I got to deal with. I'm not saying it's bad, but you don't know. Don't compare yourself to my relationship. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Absolutely not. So no, I am not a relationship goal. I'm just trying to reach the goals.
I love
my relationship. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right about that. So do you guys think marriage in 2026 is it still a goal? You think? You think people really want to get married? They would have kids, or they just want to have, or they just want to do it because we could take pictures. It'd be a video,
right, a wedding,
and just to say that, oh, I've been with this guy for so many years, or if this guy is popping, or should I say, and they're like, oh yeah, I married this guy, just to have that moment of, oh man, look, she married him.
Well, that's a wedding, and you have a wedding and you have a marriage, but I can say that the rate has drastically changed. People are afraid of divorce and, bigger than a wedding, people are faking marriages too, but that's a whole nother conversation. Right?
Yeah.
But long story short, yes, it has changed significantly. And like you said about the goals, the goal is a commitment, is a honor that you give to God and you and that person. I would like to get married again. A marriage is a beautiful thing. You have somebody you do life with, and I mean, you could speak to this because you're married and you understand what that is, and vice versa to like living in a single world. Like me being married versus single, I would choose marriage every time. I like having a person that I could do life with. But right now, when you look at it again, I'm sorry, men, please. It's just they want to be chased right now.
Yeah, again.
And the dating scene is horrible. So I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I think that in 2026, marriage is optional, but for some people, it's still a goal. I think that, again, before there was a lot that was forced on women. And so because of that, like, that I feel like in the past, men would dangle the marriage carrot over a woman's face to get her to behave. Now, I don't care how y'all come at me in these comments. Y'all already know. But to get her to behave. And I think that it became more of an option when women found more internal peace. And then men are afraid of divorce and what they have to pay out. Now, some of the men that are afraid that don't have the money to pay out what they think they're going to have to pay out. But I can understand that because if you worked very, very hard and you are with a person that you thought was your person, because one thing I don't judge people and they be like, oh, you should have chose better. People can fake for a very long time.
That is true.
People can literally mimic whatever you tell them that you want. And this can be for men and women. And I need for people to stop acting like people cannot act for a long time. I'm not talking about 3 months, 6 months. They could be somebody years. They are a different person altogether. So I don't judge you. That's why I say when it comes to marriage, if you're going to do it, really, really pray, cover yourself, cover the person, take your time. I ain't saying drag it out 10, 20, 30 years, but take your time. Make sure it's what you want and not what other people are telling you that you need.
Yeah. And also if you decide to get married, I think you should, whoever your partner is, you got to look at that partner and see if that's the person you want to fight for every day.
Every day.
Because it's a fight every day.
Every day.
Like, you just don't wake up every day liking the person you lay with. Sometimes you wake up, you're like, I can't stand this person, but I love this person, so I'm going to fight for this every single day. 100%. Not just getting married saying, oh, well, I'm married now, and, we have an argument. The first thing you say is, no, I want a divorce, or I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be with you no more. That should not be the goal. If this person is your person that you want to be with, you should fight for that person every day.
Every day.
That's just my opinion.
I agree with it.
And I think that you gotta have a fight. Like, I think people just walk away so easily, and that's across the board from everything.
That is true.
And some things need staying power so they can have growing power. And marriage is one of them. Now, don't be a doormat. Don't get beat on. Don't get cheated on left and right and with no respect, because then you opening up yourself to be getting sick and all of these things. But if it was worth walking down the aisle and you did it with the right intention, because again, people be doing things like you said just to show people, oh, I finally got the ring, or he married me, he chose me, and the intention behind what you do is everything. I feel like if you're gonna get married, Does your marriage have an assignment?
Yep.
Did God ordain this? Did he tell you guys to come together? Are you working towards a greater goal that's bigger than yourself? Because when you have a goal that is greater than yourself, that's where the longevity is. That's why you fight on the days when you want to walk away, because you know it's bigger than you.
That is true. I totally agree.
So wisdom, friend.
Thank you, friend.
No, because that is so
good.
good.
So would you marry without a prenup? I would.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you don't, you're literally saying, I'm here for a moment.
I don't know. It's not necessarily. It's,
because it's like
when you get life insurance, you don't say, I'm getting life insurance because, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, but it's the protection. You just don't know. Like she said, people pretend well. So now let me marry you, and then you have no protection. You like, oh, he changed on me.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. Do you then don't get married?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you feel this person going to change on you, and you feel like this is not somebody you're going to fight for every day, or he's not going to fight for you every day, then don't get married.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get a prenup because again, I feel like I'm speaking my marriage to not work. I'm speaking that out there. I'm speaking for this not to work, and I want it to work. I want to fight for it every day.
That's
so
hopeful.
what am I signing the prenup for?
I'm
basically ending my marriage before it even
So what if you make more money than him?
I just make more money than him. It's
and he could take you down. Look at Mary J. Blige.
At the end of the day, again, you got to think about her husband. Like, I'm pretty sure she knew that man before she married him. And she still decided to marry him. Even if he put on a mask, there's always red flags in everything that somebody do. You always can see what somebody's capable of doing. You may try to mask it and act like, oh, well, that's just that one thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
But he's capable of doing something.
I think that when it comes to that, I think that you feel safer when you marry someone that's at your level, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
if y'all both millionaires, y'all both
got
a lot going on, then y'all both understand that if we're going to protect it, we both got assets. Okay, we both feel comfortable with a prenup. But if we're not, then we both know that we run the risk of losing things in the process of a divorce, if that's the case. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying. I feel like I understand, because I worked in a financial institution for so many years and I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I understand and I respect prenups.
Yeah.
However, I agree with you. When you go in with the intent to protect assets after a divorce, the ending is already in sight for you. So it's really a catch-22.
It's like you're focused on that, basically. Because now just imagine if he doesn't sign it. Now you marry somebody like, oh, you're not going to sign it? It's over.
Right.
Yeah. So basically before the marriage begin, it's over.
That's something that should be discussed ahead of time before, but prenup me, baby.
Listen, I respect it because I done seen some stuff now. On both sides, I've seen stuff like with men.
Maybe I got trust issues.
But it's okay. A lot of people,
you don't have to.
Girl, I don't know. I think a lot of us have trust issues. That's why I said you literally before you decide to get married, you have to be like, okay, is this really the person I want to wake up every day and fight for every day?
Every day.
Like you literally have to see the good, the bad, everything, and be like, okay, I still want to fight for this person. If not, no, we could be in a relationship. My grandmother always told me, don't be in nobody relationship too long.
What about Todd and Candy? Do y'all know their story and Todd and Candy and all those millions she had to give him?
No, but the thing with that is,
go ahead.
You knew he was going to do that a long time ago.
Everybody told her that too.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
So again, we kind of be blind to the fact when we're in love, and we try to, you know what it is? We try to prove people wrong. We're like, no, the mother. Remember the mother?
Collection, please.
Yes.
The mother was like, oh no, he's not this, he's not this, he's this. And she was like, no, he loves me. And she was so fixated on proving her mom wrong and everybody in the world that it was wrong. She stayed.
I know.
Yeah.
And so at the end, the result, they were right and she was wrong.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, I'm not staying with no one to prove anybody wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
You show me who you are. That's who the fuck you are. And we good.
Yeah.
I'm okay to take accountability and say, I fucked up.
Yes.
I thought this man loved me. I thought this man was going to be my everything. But I'm realizing he's not.
Yes.
And you guys were right.
And it's okay.
Yeah. And it's okay.
Yeah.
But people don't do that. They stay in the position because they don't want to feel like they don't want to feel stupid. Yeah. They don't want people in their business.
Embarrassed.
They don't want to be like, oh my God, why? I told you that was going to happen. You don't want to be talked about. I don't give a fuck. Talk about me.
Yeah. That's the thing. That is like the biggest part. It's more of, and that's how it's image.
Yeah.
It's image more than it's love and it's God. Like, people forget that, the sanctity of marriage is from God as well for some people. And then you have some people who don't even believe in marriage at all because they feel like it's for women's enslavement, like basically, like they really, some people believe that. I mean, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, you have to make. That's why I feel like you will feel the safest marrying at your level.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. I agree with you on that. So I guess prenup for you, in the middle for you,
prenup me,
none for me. Because again, I'm investigating. I want to make sure your shit together.
Yeah,
and even if your shit not together, right?
Yeah.
And you decide to get married and infidelity pop up, I think as humans, we forget that we're actually human. Shit's going to happen.
Yes,
that's the one.
I think people do not realize that because again, that happened to me. And I'm like, okay, that's your one mistake.
Yeah.
That's your one mistake because I have to look at my husband as a human. Like, I'm a human. Like, shit, mistakes is going to happen. You can have that one mistake, but if it's repetitive, no, we're not doing that.
You're not doing patterns.
You got that one mistake. We're going to go to therapy. We're going to work on that. We're going to get our marriage back to where it needs to be. And we're going to move forward.
Yeah.
Now, if it comes to a point where we're not doing that, then you got to go.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that energy.
Yeah.
But I think when people get into relationships and marriage, they in their head like, he's all mine. He's all mine. She's all mine. No one can look at him. No one can look at her. These are human beings.
That's it.
Mistakes is going. Unfortunately, we are not perfect.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Shit going to happen.
It is.
But is it worth fighting for?
Right.
That's it.
That's the part.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have a different opinion. What you guys think? Because I
mean, that's the first thing they tell you in marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you if you cheat. Well, they asked me and my husband at the time, if he cheated, would you leave? And I said, absolutely. He said, well, you're not ready to get married.
Yeah.
You're not ready.
Yeah.
And that was one of the questions. They do say through sickness and in health, richer for poor. But
yeah, but people don't take it that way. Not nowadays, anyway.
No.
They're like, what? You like such and such picture?
Right.
I'm leaving. You got me looking stupid out here in these streets. What?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, okay, like, things happen. Talk about it. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, you have to communicate with your partner. And I always say communication is the biggest thing when it comes to relationships. Whether if you're married or not, you literally have to communicate with your partner. You need to know how he feel. Yep. He needs to know how you feel. You guys need to figure it out and move on from it. Not just be like, I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Yeah. Right, no, absolutely.
That's the thing, though. What people don't really, communication is like oxygen. When y'all stop talking, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have to understand that when it comes to infidelity in marriage, there was a time where I thought like infidelity was like the end all be all, and then I found out that there's other things worse than infidelity.
That is true.
You could be married or in a relationship with a scammer.
Yes.
Double life people.
Double life, yes. A whole scammer. Like literally. Yeah. There was this guy that I dated, he had like 5 identities. I said, sorry, you said yeah.
Which one you had?
You right, listen, he might come in the comments. I ain't even,
let's leave that alone.
I'm like, sir, you crazy? Like, what type of nonsense? Wow. You gotta go, sir, because next thing you know, I'm getting robbed. I got things in my name, all types of stuff. I cut it off early on, but because I do also pray for covering. Like, reveal to me, Lord, who is this person? Like, what is going on? But like, honestly, I feel like infidelity is one of those things where, like you said, mistakes happen. Now, do I feel like infidelity is a real mistake? No. Do I feel like people are vulnerable and they fall victim to situations and circumstances?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then it's your responsibility to never put yourself in that predicament again.
Yep.
To make me feel comfortable enough to want to keep fighting. Because now you broke some. Yep. You know how hard it is to build trust?
Girl.
Do you know how hard it is to build trust? Because they don't think about that one act. It don't stop there.
Right. Yeah.
It never stops there because now every time You walk out the door or
Yep.
she walks out the door. Now, one y'all think of something.
Yeah.
Every time your phone go off, every time there's a notification or a
anything.
phone call, you just don't trust it no
It's
more.
true.
Is
That
he
is
really
true.
working? Is she at work? Like
Yeah.
it literally,
just-
you broke something like that is like this hard to regain.
And I don't think people realize that. I think, and that's certain risks you just want to take. You just don't want to take, especially if someone's giving you 100% of their trust, and just
Yes,
trusting you with everything, and then
absolutely.
next thing you know, it's gone. It's like, and then they get mad at you because you're
You don't want to forgive
flipping
them.
out.
Yes,
You're flipping out, but
yes.
you broke
Like, they
something
go
in me,
back,
and I'm
yeah.
trying to rebuild that. So help rebuild that in me.
And it's traumatic. Like,
is
let's
very
talk
much so.
about that.
Yes,
Like,
it
people
is.
think trauma is like, oh, somebody passed away, you get essayed and all of that. Getting cheated on by a person
Yes.
that you
It's traumatic.
love and you've devoted so much time and love, and that is a traumatic experience
Yeah.
to your heart and to your brain, and it changes the chemistry of your brain.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have to end it, but we will continue this next week. I mean, we have a whole bunch of things that we need to talk about. And so if you love this conversation, which I know you guys did,
Yes.
we have 1,000,001 other things that we need to continue and talk on.
That's
So
it.
again, you guys go into the comments, subscribe, share, like.
Yes.
We all know y'all coming in our comments because
Yes.
that's all y'all live. At this point, I think y'all just wait for us to drop something and be like, comment.
Look at this. Look what she said. Look at it.
Yeah.
So again, I want to
know.
thank you guys for watching Pretty Girl Game Podcast with me and my beautiful gang here.
Hey.
We will see you next week.
Yes.
And we'll talk. We don't even know what we're gonna talk about. We just gonna talk.
But it's gonna be real conversation. It's gonna be real conversation.
We're real women.
Only real conversation.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Nothing
it.
else. So again, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.